Hello, Mr. Whittaker. This is Edio from PP Sports China. How are you doing today?
Good, thanks, mate.
And I do have 5 questions for you this time. So, returning to the Fire Island again for the second time, are you feeling excited to have such an opponent like Jared Cannonier?
Um, Not really. um, it's just another fight, and I'm never really excited for a particular opponent. Um, yeah, it should be a good fight. It's going to be a hard one. I look forward to it. Look forward to making weight. That'll be fun.
So, Lasagna mentioned his name, Jared, his name, said if Jared destroy you, he will get a chance to fight him again. So, is that like light up a fire inside you that you want to destroy Jared so you can get the second chance to fight Lasagna and get your belt back?
Not really. I didn't. I was lined to fight Jared, and I'm at like a max to fight that guy anyway. I don't need any motivation or anything else. Yeah, I'm ready.
So let's talk about Jared, who is a veteran in the middleweight division and known as a dangerous fighter. 11 finishes, 13 in his 13-win career. So you always say you are more dangerous than your opponent, just like the last time against Darren Till. So what will be your main gear this time?
I understand that Jared has a lot of power. He's very resilient and moves forward a lot. I'm elusive. I'm good at striking as well. My distance is good. I've fought heavy hitters before. I think I can take this fight anywhere I want it to go, and I look forward to leading the dance.
So thank you. And the rumor has said that there might be crowds entering the arena this time, but well, there's nothing have been confirmed yet. Were you a little bit disappointed that nobody is attending your fight again for the second time? And since you enjoy your traveling and experience different cultures so much?
No, no. I'm pretty. I liked it the first time. I thought it was cool. You know, it's a unique experience, and I'm excited for the second time. I like it a little quiet. It's a nice change.
So, how about your families? How your families show your support since you're away from them again inside the bubble?
Yeah, we FaceTime a lot, and they'll watch the fight, and I know they will. And then I'll call them after the fight and talk to them.
Wow. So thank you very much. Just for my final question, just out of my curiosity, you have posted a picture of yours in Instagram, which is written "Fight for Honor." Can you please share more story behind this picture and why you say that? Is it to mark a lasagna that runs around the pitch?
I guess my whole thing is that, fighting it's honourable. There's a lot of respect involved. It's a tradition, the human tradition. And I guess I just try to lead by example for my own kids and for people out there. I try to lead by example. I try to be a role model for especially and primarily for my kids. I want to be something they can look up to and inspire them and someone they aspire to be like.
So thanks very much for all the interviews. And there's one last thing I would really ask you to do as a favor. Since Chinese fans are waking up this weekend in the middle of the night, we need some inspirations. Please shout something exciting.
To all my Chinese fans, please make it in the morning. I will put on a very good show for you guys. Thank you very much for everybody that's going to commit and come join.
So thanks very much for the interview, and we wish you all the best luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next, we have Damon Martin with MMA Fighting.
Obviously, you haven't experienced loss very often, but coming off the loss to Adesanya, then to come out there and have that kind of performance against Darren Till, where you had to show a little bit of everything. You had to show your chin, you had to show your cardio, had to show your punching power. How satisfying was a win like that to not necessarily erase the last loss, but just to bounce back in the right way?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was over the moon. A lot of pressures and weight were off my shoulders once I got the W, once my hand was raised. And to come back after a break and after all the changes that I've made, and it was just the icing on top. You know, it really was a good time.
Coming out of that, you know, I mean, of course, you're going to be around the division. Going from that to Jared Cannonier, here you are right again. I mean, obviously, it's already been talked about. You know, Jared potentially fighting for the title with a win. Is that important to you? Like, is that like, you know, you want to win here and you want the title shot? Are you demanding that? Has it been told to you? Like, where do you stand in the title picture with this fight?
I don't know. I haven't really worried about it. My sights are just set on beating Jared, and whatever else happens after it happens. You know, I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to get to work. I'm happy to fight Jared, and you know, I'm gonna focus entirely on that to get that done.
When you look at Jared, light heavyweight, now he's a middleweight. You know, big puncher, power puncher. You know, obviously a very skilled guy. But do you think this is a bit of a step up in terms of competition for him as far as who he's fought in his career? I mean, no offense to Jack Hermanson, obviously a great fighter in his own right, but you know, this is the first, you know, that top three guy he's facing. Do you feel like this is a different level, or do you feel like he's ready for this moment?
Yeah, I think anyone that fights me isn't ready for the level. I think I'm a different beast to people he's fought previously, and you know, I look forward to showing him that, to taking him there. I think I'm better than he is, and you know, I look forward to putting every skill I have at my disposal to work on Sunday.
In your fight going into it, Eric was talking a lot about, you know, beating you and then fighting Adesanya, and he was already having, you know, a back and forth with Israel on Twitter and things like that, and then you go out there and beat him. And then this time around, Israel's saying Jared's the guy, Jared's going to destroy Whittaker, that's my next opponent, things like that. And I know you're not a trash talk guy, you don't really say a lot in terms of your opponents, but do you kind of revel in playing spoiler here, you know, being the guy that, you know, this other guy's going to fight for the title, you beat him, now here's another guy, oh, he's going to fight for the title? Like, do you revel in kind of in this role where you're not the trash talker, but you do kind of keep getting in these situations now where you're playing the spoiler a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I love upsetting people. I've done it my entire career, so I'm happy to play that role. Honestly, I just want to beat Jared. Like, I'm focusing all my efforts on beating him. I'm not really worried where I'm going after that or before it. Like, everything is just aimed at him right now.
And last question, you know, you've throughout when you were champion, you know, you obviously had some, you know, great knockouts. You've had the decision. You kind of know all the different ways to win. But when you look at Jared, because he is kind of that high impact fighter, you believe he will give you to get a knockout in this fight? I know you can't predict that, but do you feel like this is the kind of opponent that will give you those opportunities to get a big finish, to kind of get back on that path of knockouts and things like that? Because it's not easy. You can't always do that with every opponent, but do you feel like Jared might give you those openings?
Yeah, definitely. I think this is the fight where I can take the fight wherever I want. I think I have the skill sets to do that. I think I'm faster than he is. I think I hit just as hard as he does. I'm just as tough. I have the gas to go as long as he does. I think this is going to be an exciting fight. We're both very exciting fighters, and we're going to go out there and we're going to bring it. You know, I'm prepared for war, and yeah, can't wait.
Next, we have Ezekiel Burgundy from Somos MMA.
Good, thanks, mate. How are you?
Fine, thank you. So, can you tell us how it was mentally for you defeating Darren Till? How did you felt?
No, I felt really good. You know, beating Darren. It was a tough fight. It was, and you know, coming off a break and then after a loss to Israel, it was a lot of pressures and probably self-stacked on myself. But to come away with the victory was big.
Do you feel less pressure now that you have won for this fight? Like, do you feel more, oh, I don't have these what ifs, or the pressures that a fighter has after a big loss? You don't have it, or you have a little bit? Can you tell us about that?
Can you repeat that, please?
If you have these pressures for this fight too.
No, I don't feel the pressures for this fight. I'm pretty comfortable. You know, I'm very much like feeling that like this is just me getting to work. This is my job. This is what I was meant to do. And so coming here and just getting to work once again, especially so close after the last one, it just feels right. It feels what I should be doing.
And what do you think about Jared as a rival?
I think Jared's very tough. I think I'm definitely giving his skill set the respect it deserves. I feel I'm better and I feel I can beat him on the weekend, but who knows what's going to happen? He's a tough, explosive fighter.
And if you beat Jared, do you think that now you have the tools to beat Adesanya in a rematch?
Yes, certainly. I think I have the skills now. And as a fighter, having a loss against him makes me want to go back up against him and try my hand at him again. And that's just something I want to do. But beating Jared won't change anything in the way that I feel about fighting or how I fight or my confidence in fighting. I'm already there. I'm confident in my skill set. I'm confident in who I am, and I'm confident in beating him.
And after Adesanya beat Costa, what reflections do you have on your division? Like what? How do you analyze your division now that Adesanya beat Costa? That he was like the main contender of the fighter that everybody say that has the most probabilities to beat Adesanya. Now that he was defeated, what do you think about your division?
Honestly, I don't think about the division much. I don't look at it. I don't watch it really that much. I just worry about the dude that I have to fight next, and that's it, really. So I'm walking my own path. I'm worrying about my own stuff, and that's just how I do it. That's it. That's my way.
Thank you, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
And next, we will try again Samoya Moitra from Sportskeeda. Sounds like he still has difficulties. That's all we have for you today, Robert. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for the questions.